Most of the damage is done as a larva, and it's restricting the tree's ability to take up water and nutrients.
Chicago's ash trees are under attack. That's what arborist Jeff Palmer says. The culprit? The emerald ash borer, and the tiny insects have been slowly killing area trees for years.
EAB has killed this tree, and the adult insects emerge out of these D-shaped exit holes to attack other ash trees.
Palmer took part in a recent study that shows 60% of the ash trees in 238 city blocks canvassed covering each of Chicago's 50 wards are infested with EAB, more than half of which are showing signs of infestation, meaning they have thinning leaves and missing bark.
The city of Chicago first found EAB in 2008. And so here we are in the fourth year of the infestation, and it's really increasing in its intensity.
Palmer says that by this time next year, it will be too late to save most of the infested trees. That would mean bad news for neighborhoods like this one on the city's south side.
To lose these trees would be really devastating to the block, and I hope they can get started now so that we can save the trees.
City budget woes are making it tough to pay for preventative treatment, but some city officials are insisting that finding the money now is imperative, stressing that the overall cost to the city will be much worse if the trees aren't saved.
The city's own estimates say it'll cost about $90 million to cut down and replace all the trees that die versus approximately less than $2 million a year moving forward to just treat all of the trees.
And while the city decides on how to come up with the money, Palmer cautions that time is running out.
In 2 years from now, there won't be a choice. Those trees are going to be too far infested to treat. Right now, there's still a choice, and there's still an opportunity to protect many of those trees.
And to protect the beauty of tree-lined streets like this one. In the South Side, Jorge Rodas, ABC7 News.
Marisol Campos wants a job.
It's been really hard because everybody asks for more experience, 5 to 10 years, and it's hard because they don't give you the chance.
She's applying for a job at Chicago's new City Target store, a new spin on the usual Target experience.
What that spin is catered to our urban guests and really being able to help them get what they need to last them throughout the week.
Hello, how you doing today? I'm Harold Moreland.
The Fortune 500 company says they plan to fill about 300 positions, and although they'll be interviewing hundreds of people through Saturday, Target says they're looking for a certain kind of applicant.
People love retail or love the service culture and just really that energy, that willingness to try something new and to really build a new store and a new culture.
Katie Pullis was one of the lucky ones. She was just hired last month, and now she wants to help others get hired.
Obviously, the best part is when you kind of extend to them and you say, "We want you on our team." It's rewarding in that case.
Today's Target mass hiring event comes as the unemployment rate rose from last month, the first time that's happened in 11 months. The number of U.S. jobs created was down last month, but even with unemployment numbers rising, analysts say they're not worried about the numbers.
The economy is not going to go straight up. We're going to have ups and downs. There will be bumps in the road along the way. But I have to tell you, when we talk to management teams, the people running American companies, overall, they feel good about things.
Good news for Charles Weaver, an expectant father who says applicants should stay focused and positive.
You can't get discouraged just because someone said they're not hiring at the time. Don't mean they won't be hiring next month or in a couple of more weeks. So you just got to be persistent about it.
In the Loop, Jorge Rodas, ABC7 News. There are the sounds of summer in the city's South Shore neighborhood as residents call for an end to the gang and gun violence.
Getting the community out on a great day like today is what we're all about today.
This block party's theme, Connecting the Blocks, part of a message aimed at bringing neighbors together in hopes of making residents feel safer and putting an end to the violence.
We have neighbors talking to one another, that know one another, they're their eyes and ears, versus I go into my place, I don't know you, I don't care.
Superintendent Gary McCarthy.
Police Superintendent Gary McCarthy met with the Chatham community, answering questions about his crime-fighting plan at a time when gun violence is rising.
This is not something that we can change overnight by turning on a light switch. It's really that simple, okay? And it is a police problem. And I take my accountability for everything that we have to do to provide safety for this community.
McCarthy promised to make things safer by adding foot patrols, reestablishing regular beats, and even hiring more officers. Although the superintendent would like to put more officers on the streets, for him, it's not just about the numbers. It's about reconnecting with the community. And that's exactly what many here want.
The students, the kids, everyone knew who the beat cops were, and their behavior reflected that.
But some residents say fighting crime isn't all up to the police.
It really does start with my age group, and we have to do a lot more as far as getting involved, talking to people that are even younger than us.
Future generations were the focus of this morning's inaugural Victorious Over Violence Praise Walk, where participants took steps against the violence by advocating job skills and religious values not found on the streets. In the South Side, Jorge Rodas, ABC7 News.